was one in a million with James. He brought everybody together. Everybody loved him, didn't they? He hated seeing anybody down. He hated seeing anybody upset. If they were falling out, arguing, he was always there, getting them all back together. He just loved life.
He made everyone laugh, made everyone be together. It was remarkable. They were.
But he went out. We were fine. I knew who he was going with. I trust all these lot. Been mates for years. And he said, "I'll see you later, Dad." At that point, I didn't know how much later he meant.
I first off got in the water, pushed myself off, started swimming. It's a bit cold, it took my breath away. And then James, being James, dived in, swam straight past me.
And I got a phone call and it was James's mum. And I couldn't understand what she was saying on the phone because she was just crying, she was just panicking. James
was still swimming. And then they were all telling James, "Come on, James, you can do it." And then at that point, that's when James started asking for help, and then just nothing. And that's when everyone just dropped to their knees.
And I remember the fireman turning around to me and saying, he's gone under. And I went, "Oh, how long ago?" And he said, "It was about an hour ago." And then I knew then.
The text that come through actually said, "Cameron's jumped in the river. We can't find him. He hasn't come back up."
He was a proper joker. We used to call him Little Lee Evans. I actually watched him the other day and he's more like Jim Carrey because of his faces. He used to pull stupid faces when he was talking to you. He always had the house laughing, and now it doesn't.
David was an absolute lovable rogue. He was liked by everybody, always happy, always joking, and just very lovable. He would have been there for me, and I know I would have always been there for him. So it's just the fact that he's not there anymore. Miss him. It doesn't matter how long ago it was, or how young we were, or how old I get, it seems to grow with me, the loss. It was one of those absolutely gorgeous summer days. We all just went down to a place called Kewarden Valley Park. But as David started swimming, you could see that instead of the direction of where the island was in the middle, the current was taking him further out into just an expanse of water to the side, and he shouted help, and we thought he was messing around. That was David, he was a joker. And we laughed. You know, so messing around. And then he shouted again. And then he started to struggle. And then I started to scream. I don't know if it was just the current, the tide, and how cold that water is in the middle. We were told afterwards it doesn't matter how sunny and hot a day is, it's freezing. I just wish more was done to really explain how dangerous it is. 'Cause you just, as children, you just look at it and think it's fun.
My name's Rebecca Ramsey. My firstborn son, Dylan Ramsey, lost his life at Hilltop Quarry in July 2011.
He was a wonderful young man who I was dead proud of.
He loved life, more than anything. He loved life. He loved living. He loved his friends. And it's just a massive, huge loss to everybody that ever knew him. It was a Sunday morning like any other Sunday morning. My husband came on the phone and said, Dylan's trapped at the quarry. You need to get home. Dylan was only in that water for a maximum of 20 minutes. And he was only underwater for a maximum of 3 minutes. He wasn't being stupid. He went for a swim with his friends, like hundreds every single year. But just like Dylan, hundreds every single year don't make it home. You know, going to university, college, having babies, getting married, all these things Dylan's not gonna do. And that's a real tragedy because he had so much to offer the world. He was an amazing young man. I decided to start going into schools and talking about Dylan, talking about the campaign, talking about water safety, talking about the dangers. The biggest danger is cold water shock, and you have absolutely no control over that. That will just take over your body as soon as you enter the water. Every year we see more people dying in open water, and every year I think some of these deaths could have been prevented.
Critically, what we need to do is to be able to engage with parents and young people to ensure that we're doing something about raising awareness. Over 400 people die of accidental deaths, drowning deaths, in the UK every year. A lot of those are young males of secondary and school leaving age, and we need to ensure that people who think they can swim understand the risks of open water. What we have to understand is that young people enjoy the water. It's a leisure activity. So what we want to do is equip parents to ensure that young people can enjoy the water safely. What that means is that parents need to talk to their children, schools need to talk to young people and colleges and make them aware of what the risks are, and also ensure that they're with people and they've got a means of communicating with people if they do get into difficulty. What we are keen to do is ensure that all agencies, and I'm really pleased that the STA are promoting this campaign, what we need to ensure is that all agencies work with parents, because too many parents in the UK and families have been devastated by the impacts of lack of awareness.
I've always pledged to educate as many people as possible about how dangerous water is. I don't like talking about what happened to my brother, but I do, as much as possible, make sure my friends educate their children and they pass it on.
I'm making a pledge today to educate, or to try and educate more people. We need to get more people involved into stopping these tragic accidents happening. Cold water is very, very dangerous, and we need to get as many people to know about it as possible.
I pledge to carry on doing the work that I'm doing and to raise more money for the mountain rescue and to raise awareness.
I'm really happy to offer today my pledge personally, and also on behalf of the Chief Fire Officers Association, to work alongside STA and other organisations to help reduce drownings in the UK and improve water safety awareness.
I wholeheartedly pledge that I will try my best to ensure as many people are educated on the dangers of swimming in open water and raise as much awareness as I possibly can, using Dylan's death to hopefully prevent others from dying.